Imagine a world where the tension has been building for years, like a pressure cooker with the valve welded shut. You are part of the nomad clans, wandering the scorched remains of civilization, where peace is fragile and trust is a luxury no one can afford. But now, a new threat emerges, one that doesn't just want your land or your resources, but seeks to trigger a chain reaction that will wipe out everything you fought to rebuild. Welcome to Critical Mass, the 8th gritty, atmospheric, and action-packed installment in John Walker's Old Man's Comeback series. If you love tactical escalation tropes, high-stakes survival drama, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching an experienced warrior use every trick in the book to defuse a situation before it explodes, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in post-apocalyptic Western fiction, blending the visceral terror of impending war with the profound wisdom of a man who has seen it all before. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist trying to maintain a fragile truce between rival factions, only to discover a plot that threatens to ignite a conflict of cataclysmic proportions. The atmosphere is thick with the dust of the trail, the static of disrupted communications, and the creeping dread of knowing that every word spoken could be the spark that lights the fuse. Walker excels at capturing the psychological weight of age and experience, making every strategic decision, every ambush laid, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is the end of everything he has built. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular old man strength trope and the brilliant tactical mentorship dynamic. This isn't just about shooting faster, it's about shooting smarter, using the terrain to your advantage, and leveraging decades of survival knowledge to outmaneuver enemies who rely on superior firepower but lack grit. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy plans, forge uneasy alliances with former rivals, and completely shock arrogant warlords with his stubborn refusal to quit is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat to life, making the crack of a rifle, the thunder of hooves, and the heavy silence of the desert night feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular action and the survival mechanics, the soul of Old Man's Comeback lies in its characters and the heavy burden of legacy. The protagonist isn't just a fighter, he is a deeply human individual, struggling with the moral weight of leaving a world better than he found it. The emotional anchor of the story is his fierce protective loyalty to the next generation of nomads, a found family bound by shared hardship and the hope of a future worth fighting for. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet conversations around a campfire feel just as impactful as the explosive, chaotic firefights at the gate. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A massive raiding party or a coordinated attack targets the nomad sanctuary, forcing the protagonist into a desperate, high-stakes last stand. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming improvisation, and raw, unbridled courage. He doesn't just survive the assault, he teaches his enemies a final, bloody lesson in respect, delivering a deeply satisfying, emotionally resonant payoff that proved humanity's greatest weapon isn't its youth, it's endurance. Critical Mass is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic thriller genre. It is smart, gritty, and unapologetically authentic. John Walker has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog holding the line. Plug in your headphones, check your six-shooter, and join the nomads. The pressure is rising, but they're here to stay.